So when we talk about the use of AI, specifically public AI in the FSI space, things get a little interesting. Everyone knows that there's an amazing capability out there with ChatGPT, and people are using it right and left, and it's awesome. The problem with ChatGPT is it's kind of like dealing with a 5-year-old. Whatever you tell it, it's likely going to turn around and tell somebody else. From an FSI perspective, you can see where this would be problematic from a SecOps perspective. I can't put any critical data into a system that someone else has access to. And that someone else isn't just my competition, it can be foreign adversaries. We absolutely have to protect the data that we use on the FSI realm, and we can't be putting it into a public system, especially a public system for which we have no control, no mitigation efforts to clean up and what have you. So most every FSI I know immediately came down and said, we have a new policy in place. You cannot use your ChatGPT systems for work. Public ChatGPT systems are not allowed. Technology controls went into place, lots of blocks went into place, and so everybody was kind of scrambling for an answer. When I talked to some of my CISO friends and said, hey, by the way, you notice that this ChatGPT now has a specific phrase, it may make mistakes, check the answers. Go search internally and see what that is. Go see how many times that phrase shows up. And it showed the serious problem. Many employees, well-intentioned, despite being told not to use open AI or open public ChatGPTs, still used them, copied the data onto the internal systems, and off they went. That's a security breach. ChatGPTs build by aggregation, so you've got multiple security layers involved in this. So at Future Tech, hearing this problem, knowing that the problem exists in human behavior that you're not always going to be able to change, we helped build a on-premise, standalone, FSI-savvy ChatGPT that allowed the employees to have the same ChatGPT capability without the incumbent security risks and threats that come from using a public system. It was already built, well, we built it to be about 70% FSI aware. So it will talk about, it knows FARs and DFARs and all the NIST regulations and ITAR and everything that you need from an FSI perspective. But then our customers can then add in their own secret sauce because it's within their network parameter or perimeter, it's within their boundary, and it's a secure solution that is on par with, but still secure than the public one. Dell helped us out. A lot of that was a lot of discovery along the way and a lot of really interesting hardware. So we appreciate that.
So, I mean, a big piece around public use for AI tools, right, for a large organization. We have the same construct and challenge even internally within Dell, right, as a global organization. We've done our policies and governance construct, and we have approved AI tools. And I think the biggest thing that Dan was alluding to is how do you ensure that you provide your actual workforce with tools that they will use versus using shadow AI, right? Going behind your back and finding how they circumvent your security posture. So as a part of this, right, we've worked through our ecosystem to provide on-prem AI tools that can be leveraged and provide, feature parity between the open source public tools. The other piece around that is how do you still make sure that I have that data privacy and data sovereignty taken into consideration for my data pipeline for the application itself. So we have plenty of data protection tools, both internally and through our ecosystem that come into play. I think the biggest piece is one portion that I would say is for any of the FSIs that think that their governance is we will not or we shall not implement or we will not do, you're asking yourself to have your organization implement shadow AI.